Mr. President, Madam Commissioner, this is not the first time that a resolution on Burma is before this Parliament. Only a few months ago, a joint resolution condemning the gross violation of human rights in that country was passed unanimously. Unfortunately, as is often the case when dealing with totalitarian regimes, the Burmese dictatorship government took only minimal notice of that resolution. The brutality and repression practiced by the Burmese military against their own population has continued unabated, and serious human rights abuses, including rape and pillage by government soldiers, have continued to take place. Furthermore, an estimated 1,000 political prisoners are still held illegally, and on November 2nd, 10 prominent human rights, democracy and peace activists were given a total of 756 years sentences. Needless to say, their trials were totally unfair, with denial of representation by lawyers of their choice and prevention of access by their families having occurred. So, colleagues, the Burmese dictators leave us with no option but to proceed to pass a more tough resolution, such as the one before us today. In it, amongst other things, we call on the UN Security Council to urgently address the situation in Burma, and we insist that the EU's common policy on Burma be strengthened by taking certain practical punishment measures. It also calls for a high-ranking EU envoy to be appointed to work towards securing the release of political prisoners, helping in humanitarian issues and generally assisting in bringing about the much-needed democratic reforms in that nation. Let us hope that the Burmese dictators will, on this occasion, take more serious note of our condemnations and concerns, and that they will proceed speedily along the only logical avenue open to them, which is the one that leads to democratisation of their much-suffering country.